On the first night after being diagnosed, I did not sleep at all. I just couldn't sleep. I watched 2 movies, listened to 2 TED Talks, and 4 presentations on wealth creation and entrepreneurship. I listened to 50 minutes of the audio Bible. Carol, my wife, was also up during the night in the other room, so we had an early start. At 2 p.m., I listened to a message on healing. I did not agree with the last few minutes of the sermon, so I cannot recommend it in its entirety. I realized that I couldn't sleep because I was stressed and anxiety was gaining a grip and edge. I thank God that I realized it early. I spoke to Leandra, my daughter. She's a medical student in Australia. She was not happy that I did not tell her immediately that I tested COVID-19 positive. It must have been hard for her to process all of this because she knows her father. I thought, I am resilient by God's grace. I listened to her advice and trust her words. I believe that God has given Leandra the gift of healing from the time she was a little girl. I believed she had healing hands. Studying medicine is a development of that gift. A person can be gifted or talented, but without practice, discipline, commitment, and intentional development, it can be an unrealized potential. I am so grateful to God for blessing Leandra with the opportunity to study and develop this gift. It is very important to recount God's blessing in your life and family, especially when you are sick. A spirit of gratitude triggers the release of hormones and chemicals in the body that makes you appreciate life and be happy and facilitates the healing. Matthew, my son, was doing well. He showed no symptoms of COVID at the time, and we thanked God for that. However, we were not taking any chances or anything for granted. He was taking his vitamins and we were encouraging him to eat and rest well. My son does not speak much, but he processes a lot. He knows that I was doing well. He could see it with his own eyes. He is just cool like that. He has always taken his mother's side in any discussion though. I love my son and I'm proud of him, and he knows that. He challenges me with respect and always tells me what's on his mind, and I value that. Love and respect are 2 ingredients of a healthy relationship at home. Having good relationships can be a safety net you need during illness and crises. It is important to invest in our important and irreplaceable relationships when life is smooth. It is an investment for the future. Don't underestimate the seeds of love and respect that you plant when times are good. I can tell you that knowing you are loved is one of the best feelings in the world, especially when you are sick or with COVID-19. Love and laughter is also good medicine. I did not overcome COVID on my own. We did it together. My relational network was very limited but sufficient. I learned that having a relational network or connections of intimate relationships is so important because we are relational beings. Besides being loved by your family, when you love someone, then you have a desire to live. Love is an indication of a desire to live. And I wanted to live more, and I wanted to love more. Now, don't underestimate the power of healing that exudes from hearts that are directed towards you in love. You don't have to have hundreds of friends or connections. What really counts is the quality of friends and not just the quantity. And that makes all the difference to the rate and speed of healing. I thank God for my family and my friends. When it comes to healing, whether it is post-op, a common flu, after a major accident, or being infected with a virus like COVID-19, I believe that your environment is very important. I decided to temporarily cut off friends and acquaintances who tend to be negative. I wanted a clean, positive environment. Did you know that your mind is the most vast environment in every respect? One of my friends called me and started relating some stats of COVID, told me that his neighbor died. I immediately cut him off. I told him to stop. He insisted that he was just telling me those things so that I can take extra care. I told him that I didn't need to know all of that. I kindly asked him not to call me. My family said that I was a bit harsh, but this was not the time for me to allow negative people in my life. If you want to heal, don't entertain negative people, even if they are your family or close friends. As I have excluded negative comments and negative people to keep my mind sane and sober during my healing, I also wanted to detoxify my room. So I had a freshly chopped onion at my bedside. I keep my room clean. Health is related to hygiene. I wanted my room not to be a sick room, but to be a healing room. The virus should not find it comfortable to stay there, and it must commit suicide or flee if it is there. You know what I mean, right? Most people get it after they think about it. Finally, I spoke to our doctor on the second day. I outlined every protocol we were following and immune boosting supplements that we were taking. She was actually supportive and more a partner than an authority figure in our discussion. It was a telephonic consultation. She advised me not to take the antibiotic or prednisone because I did not need it at the time. She prescribed things that will prepare the body for a turn of events. I made 3 jokes in our conversation. It took her a second or two to get it the first time because I don't think that people laugh a lot when they have COVID-19. I love to laugh and decided not to stop during COVID-19. If you looked at me from the outside, it would have looked incredibly insane. After the first one, she got the hang of it. I think it made her day better and made her feel good too, and she made me feel good. I believe that the relationship between a doctor and patient must be mutually beneficial. The benefits may not be the same, but there must be some benefit. Takers are selfish. We must give and take. The doctors' and patients' lives must be mutually enriched, I believe, albeit not in the same way by every interaction. Even on the second day, I did not tell anyone that I was infected. But that day, my friend Neville called and I told him and we chatted a while. I decided to only tell those who called me. Remember, your mind is the most vast environment that needs to be sanitized. Keep it clean from pollutants, which may take the form of statistics, news, negative vibes, and negative people. If you want your body to heal, the environment, not just physical, but mental as well, must be healthy and positive. This is extremely valuable for healing during COVID and after COVID that will keep you in good stead, whether you are sick or not.
COVID-19 disrupted the world as we knew it. Don't let COVID-19 get the better of you. Take proactive steps to protect yourself against the negative mental and emotional effects of COVID-19. You don't have to feel overwhelmed, powerless, or incapacitated. Register for Equilibrium, maintaining mental and emotional well-being today. Learn the art and skill of maintaining mental and emotional well-being. this is your first and best investment post-COVID-19. Show COVID-19 who's the boss. Bounce back